Okay, so now I ask myself, does the plus charge and the minus charge balance when I have one atom of both of these? The answer is no, because I have one plus charge, but I have two minus charges. So the charges don't balance. But I want to figure out how to balance them. I need to have them balanced in order to write the chemical formula. So what I can do is I can add more lithium atoms, I can add more oxygen atoms, or I can add both of them until I get the charges to balance out. I have two minus here and only one plus here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another lithium atom, Li+, so that now I have two positive to balance out my two negative. And now they balance. So in order to get the charges balanced, I have to have two lithiums and one oxide or one oxygen. Now when I write the chemical formula, I'm literally going to say how many of each of these atoms I need in order for the charges to balance. And we've said that's two lithium atoms, so I'm going to write Li and then the 2 after it. That indicates that I have two lithium atoms, and then one O to show that I have one oxygen, and I'm not going to write anything after that. If you have a letter without anything after it, it means that you just have one of them. So lithium oxide, two lithiums and one oxygen is how we get the charges to balance for this compound. Here's the next one, potassium nitride. Just as before, I'm going to take out the periodic table and I'm going to find both of these guys on it. Potassium is K. It's right over here. And nitride is what we call nitrogen when it has a charge on it. And so nitrogen is over here. Check it out. Metal, nonmetal, separated by this big thick staircase. So we know we're dealing with an ionic compound. And whatever we think ionic compound, metals and nonmetals, we want to think charges. What charges do the atoms have? Potassium lives in this column here, the same column as lithium, and so it has a 1 plus charge. So I'm going to write that up here, K plus. And nitrogen lives in this column where everything has a -3 charge. So here we have N3 minus. When I have one atom of K plus and one atom of N3 minus, do the charges balance out here? The plus and minuses balance out? It doesn't. I've got 1 plus and I've got 3 minus. That doesn't balance right. But I can add more atoms of either type in order to get the charges to balance. So since I don't have as much plus as I have minus, I'm going to add a bunch more potassiums. Here I add another. Now I have 2 plus. Now I'm going to add one more. Now I have 3 plus. The 3 plus potassium on this side balances out the 3 minus nitride on this side. Now when I write my chemical formula, I want to literally say, how many atoms of each type do I need for the charges to balance? I'm going to need 3 potassiums, so I'm going to write K3, and I only need 1 nitrogen, or 1 nitride, so I'm going to write N with nothing after it, and if I don't write anything after it, it means 1. So 3 potassiums, 1 nitrogen. The correct formula for this is K3N. Okay.